In the Invincible universe, I find it interesting that when people talk about the strongest characters, that nobody ever brings up Space Racer. Quick question for everybody. Do you think it's fair to judge a human's power based on a weapon he wields? Like, for example, if a human holds a rocket launcher and blows a building down, does that confirm to you that a human can blow away buildings? Or would you say that's a weapon-only feat? I would agree that should be only a feat for the weapon, right? But in the Invincible universe, it's a little bit more complicated when it comes to this being known as the Space Racer, this alien. See, he holds a gun that literally nobody in the universe can hold, that can only be fired by him himself. He's got some sort of bond with the gun. If anyone tries to take it or use it or touch it while he was still alive, it would have flown into the center of the pile of rubble I buried him under. Yeah, in this particular situation, Omni-Man buried him. If you touch the gun, it will go to him on its own. And you literally see them do it, touch it, and it literally goes to him. So in Space Racer situation, I think this is a unique occasion to where I would think the gun should count as a part of his strength. Kind of like Thor's Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, he can summon it to him at will. That's kind of how it is when it comes to this piece of gear. When it comes to Space Racer, it should just be a part of him at this point. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, he's like the geared up guy. It's the same concept with his motorcycle. Even if his motorcycle is liquefied, it will come back together and he can still ride it. And he can control his bike while not riding it, saying to me, and it will come to him and ram into other characters. So the thing about Space Racer, his genetics and physiology set up, like look how bulky he looks, and look, the way his physiology works, it proves he can live well past the age of 100 years old without aging at all, stating he can go 100 years without eating. Great metabolism, very limited appearances, but let's briefly talk about Space Racer right quick. It's really hard to get a pinpoint on how strong he really is because a pile of rubble did work when it comes to pinning him down because he didn't die from it and survived with the pile of rubble on him this long. But at the same time, he did get out of Omni-Man's grip here, even though Omni-Man got hit by the bike, and that's probably the reason why he got out of the grip. I would say when it comes to his durability, he has to be absurdly durable still though, because usually when Thrag punches people, they shatter or they splat. When Thrag punched him, he didn't splat. And the weight of Space Racer's punches are implied to be pretty hard, even without relying on his gun, which he's known for. Battle Beast said this being is the first female that has ever made him bleed, somebody that's a Thrag tier being. And the weight of Space Racer's punches can do this to her. And if you know, you know, Battle Beast is one of the strongest beings in this whole Invincible universe. But everybody's here for this guy's blast power, aren't you? Because of this ridiculously overpowered gun. It's a gun that fires indestructible blast and can shoot through anything. Like you see his blast power when it comes to this gun shooting, breaking the asteroid apart, and the pieces are colliding with the rest of the asteroids in the belt. It's causing a chain reaction. His gun's blast can do far more than just level mountains, cities, countries, or continents. His gun is one of the few things that is consistently treating Viltrumite tier beings like butter, like blasting through Viltrumites, and it just keeps on going after blast through the Viltrumite. Yes, y'all, this gun is insanity. More Viltrumites getting bodied by this crap. So as far as we know, when they say indestructible blast that come out of this, they're probably telling the truth. Like, it's completely obliterating Viltrumite level beings. Makes you wonder, could this have done this to Thrag? And you remember the famous feat of the planet shattering, the Viltrum feat? Space Racer is part of the reason, and he was a helpful aid in destroying this planet when it was like a team effort of them flying in the planet together to destroy planet Viltrum, along with other Viltrumites like Omni-Man, Mark, and Thaddeus. He's a big reason on all this destruction. So it's pretty much confirmed that Space Racer could help destroy planets to some degree, or at least smaller sized planets at the very least, since his gun was helpful in doing so. Yeah, this gun puts in work, and he's constantly obliterating Viltrumites with it. He seems to have good aim with it too. Treats your head like butter. Treats your head like butter. No head for you. Bro, is this guy low-key the strongest being in this universe with this gun that only he can use? When it comes to the lore of this gun, that's basically him because he can summon it. It only works for him. They hammer home the fact that the ray is unstoppable, even in handbooks and such. It blasts through anything in the cosmos and encounters planets, even stars, ships, anything in their path is destroyed. They said in theory, there's implications that he could probably destroy stars. When you realize how small Earth-sized planets or even bigger sized planets are compared to suns, and they're implying Space Racer's gun can mess up stars, I wouldn't be surprised if his gun is scarier than black holes, but that could be just me, y'all. Did you know the Lobo of the Invincible universe was this strong? Like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and thanks for the donations, everybody. Respect Space Racer's gun. And him. I'm glad you are enjoying your time on the channel. Make sure you check out the playlist on the channel to see other How Strong videos. If you like what this channel is offering, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.